No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no dentist office, no floss. And yet, some of our ancient ancestors had better teeth than you do right now. How is that even possible? Today we're going to trace the wild, gross, and surprisingly clever history of keeping your mouth clean, from cavemen chewing sticks, to Egyptians brushing with wine and crushed rock, to a medieval mouth so neglected people thought toothache was a punishment from God. Stick around because the ending gets disgusting. Here's the twist nobody expects. Prehistoric humans barely needed dental care at all. Hunter-gatherers ate a diet that was naturally low in sugar and starch, mostly meat, fibrous plants, nuts, and roots. That fibrous food acted almost like a built-in toothbrush, scraping the surface of the teeth clean with every bite. But barely needed isn't the same as did nothing. Scientists studying calcified tartar on Stone Age skeletons found something remarkable. Plant fibers stuck between teeth, evidence that early humans were deliberately cleaning the gaps between their teeth, essentially prehistoric flossing. And on many ancient molars, researchers have found small grooves worn into the tooth surface, right where the tooth meets the gum. The leading theory is that these grooves came from something being dragged back and forth, over and over, a primitive toothpick, made from a twig or a piece of bone, used to dig out trapped food. So, even tens of thousands of years ago, humans were already annoyed by that "something stuck in my teeth" feeling and already doing something about it. Then everything changed, and not for the better. Around 10,000 years ago, humans started farming. Grain, bread, sugary fruit, cultivated and concentrated. For the first time, our diet was loaded with exactly the kind of food that feeds the bacteria that cause cavities and gum disease. Almost overnight, in evolutionary terms, human mouths went from remarkably resilient to a mess. Cavities exploded. Gum disease became common. The healthiest era for human teeth in history had just ended, and it happened the moment we started farming our own food instead of chasing and foraging it. By around 5,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians had turned tooth care into an actual practice. Their first move was almost accidental genius. They took branches from the arak tree, chewed one end until it frayed into soft, bristly fibers, and used that frayed end to scrub their teeth. It was essentially the world's first toothbrush, and it worked so well that the same tool, known today as a miswak, is still used by millions of people across the Middle East and Africa. But the Egyptians didn't stop at brushing. They also invented one of the first toothpastes, a gritty paste made from crushed pumice stone mixed with wine vinegar. It scrubbed away stains the way an abrasive scouring paste would, effective if a little rough on the enamel. Meanwhile, over in Mesopotamia, cuneiform tablets from around 3000 BCE describe mouth cleaning procedures, and archaeologists have dug up actual toothpicks from that era. In the royal tombs of the city of Ur, some of these toothpicks were made of gold and silver, proof that even thousands of years ago, a clean mouth was a status symbol. A few centuries later, the Greek physician Hippocrates, yes, the same guy the doctor's oath is named after, recommended cleaning teeth with a dry powder, essentially the ancestor of modern tooth powder. Around the same time in China, people were experimenting with chewed bark, frayed sticks, feathers, and even fish bones, and porcupine quills to work food out from between their teeth. It's a strange image. Ancient civilizations on opposite sides of the planet, independently arriving at almost the same solution, something small, frayed, or pointed, used to physically scrape the mouth clean. Then came the collapse. During the Middle Ages, roughly 500 to 1500 AD, dental hygiene practically vanished. People had lost most of the knowledge the ancient world had built up, and they didn't have access to the tools their ancestors used either. Cleaning your teeth mostly meant using your fingers, or maybe a sharpened quill to scrape at your gums. The results were exactly what you'd expect. Toothache and gum disease became almost universal. And it gets worse, some cultures during this era genuinely believed that rinsing your mouth with urine could disinfect it and whiten your teeth. It's unclear how many people actually tried it, but the fact that it was recommended at all tells you how far dental science had fallen. It would take the Renaissance and centuries more after that before humanity slowly rebuilt its understanding of why a clean mouth actually matters, eventually leading to the toothbrush, toothpaste, and dentist's chair we take for granted today. So the next time you grab your toothbrush without a second thought, remember, you're holding the end result of a 12,000-year experiment, one that went from clever cavemen to genius Egyptians to a truly disgusting detour through the Middle Ages. Ancient humans didn't have fluoride or floss, but they were already fighting the exact same battle you fight every morning, keeping their mouth clean, one frayed stick at a time. If you like this one, you'll probably like our other videos about ancient humans. See you in the next one.